The most important thing about the buyer's journey is that the buyer is on a journey. Marketing is a process, and it's a process of you providing information so that the buyer can make an informed decision and choose you. So the information, this is where we miss it, because number one, we are not consistent with providing this information, or when we provide this information, we are not creating the perception we should. And remember, a buyer's perception is their reality. So when I talk about perception, the images you put, the voice you use, and the voice, your tone. When you're out there, you need to decide, who are you speaking with, all right? Who are you speaking with in terms of, I speak to founders. So choose the person you are speaking to. So when you're clarifying your brand, you need to know who are you serving and how you serve them, all right? So I speak to founders on all my spaces because I help people turn their passion into profit. I help them discover their passion and turn it into profit. Some already know it. The key thing is I'm helping you generate cash flow so you can get into profit, all right? So the voice I use, for a long time, I've been using the voice of an expert because this is a space I've been in over 20 years. In the last 2 years, we've done some re-engineering, which has taken us back to do research and see what is happening in the ecosystem, what are the programs in the ecosystem, and what is the one thing that we do well based on the feedback that we have received, and what is the one thing that entrepreneurs still need that we need to amplify. And what we discovered is that most entrepreneurs were not earning a salary, cash flow was not consistent, and most were not marketing. So we came up with a 5-step profit methodology. We have recently refined it to be 7 steps. And in the 7 steps, we look at your product, we do a product analysis, and then we do a marketing analysis also. Then we look at your profit, how much money are you making? Then we look at your lead generation, your transactions, your pricing, and your business model to ensure that the things that you're doing will give you the profit that you're looking for, will generate the income that you want. So whatever we have done, we have remained consistent in helping people turn their passion into profit. So on the journey of the buyer, you need to realize that every time you put information out there, there's 3 people. There's the person who will buy in the future. There's the person who will buy soon. They've already started thinking about buying, but they still have some objections. They've seen a couple of different people. They're thinking you're expensive. They're thinking this, or they're not quite sold out on you. Then there's the 1% buyers. Every time a word is out there, there's just 1% of people who are ready to buy. And that's why you cannot afford to be haphazard with your marketing. You need to be giving people information consistently and in a very strategic way, intentional and strategic manner, to ensure that when the time for buying comes, they will choose you. A lot of people who buy from me today are people who have been hearing me in fact, most of them say, I've been hearing you since when? 2005, 2004. Passion Profit was started in 2010. No, not 2005, 2014, 2015, all right? They say 5 years ago. Like I was speaking to somebody yesterday who's ready to scale up his business, and he said he's been listening to me for the last 5 years. So imagine if I stopped somewhere along the way, what would have happened? But it's the consistency that has made him pick up his phone today. So you need to be consistent. And in your consistency, number one, you need to be clear about who you're serving and how you're serving. And you need to decide which, there's three tones that you may have. There's the tone of the expert. You know your craft, you're good at it, and people refer at you, you're experienced in it. Like I have over 20 years experience in small business owners. Before we did the switch, I was speaking as an expert. Now I speak as I want to say a victor or a champion. I haven't refined the 3 categories. But what I mean about the second category is somebody who has gone down and gone back up. And gone down, there's a mess that you have experienced or a dip that you have experienced in what you're doing. And then now you have learned some messages, you have experienced something, and you have come out of the experience and are now ready to share and have converted that into a message. This 7-step profit methodology that I share with you is something that came out of me stepping back and rethinking Passion Profit. Yes, the name was there. I was still, on the social media space and everything, but a lot of work was going on behind the scenes and no money. Yes, all right. So that person, so maybe that is your voice. So what are you selling? All right. And are you selling it out of, is your message based on a pain you have overcome? Maybe you went through divorce. Maybe you went through, I don't know. Okay, but I hope you're getting my understanding that the person you have overcome something, and that is now what you have turned into a message. And then the third person is the struggler. This is the one that I don't like the most. And the struggler is the one who positions himself or herself as being in the midst of struggle. This is the guy who, okay, I don't like them because I don't like pity parties, but this is the warrior voice, and people like the warrior voice, the underdog. I think that's the word that will resonate with most people. You may have a voice of the underdog, then all the underdogs will resonate with you. All right. Which voice are you? You want to be clear because you can't be speaking to everyone, and there's somebody who needs all those three voices. So if you have the right voice, then you'll be speaking to the right people. If you're an entrepreneur, avoid speaking about entrepreneurship. Focus on speaking about your craft. What is it that you sell? You can package entrepreneurship into it. I find a lot of people, entrepreneurs especially, because they read a lot of entrepreneurship books, they get excited and that is what they post, but they don't post the actual thing that they do. For instance, if you're in cleaning business and you keep posting about Richard Branson said this, Richard Branson said the other, and you never tell us anything about cleaning, then we won't buy from you. We like your post, but how will we know that you do cleaning? We won't be able to buy. You need to choose which voice you're going to speak on. The key thing is, on the buyer's journey, you need to understand the information you give on all the spaces is, whether in physical space or online space, it is consistent. The images are consistent, and they're consistent in the person that you're speaking to, the voice that you choose. All right, that needs to be consistent across the board. And you can't be selling all the time. I think I've said that here more than once. That special offer is not for every day. Special is something special. You don't have a birthday every day. Valentine is not every day. But the problem is, during this marketing time, if you're always coming up with an offer, people will know you for offers. And if you check our Facebook pages, you'll always see people have special offers, all right? So people are always are just competing on price, but there's so much more you can tell people who are looking to buy from you. And in our program, Ideal Client Attraction Blueprint, we walk you through the things that you need, the process you need to have in place to attract clients. And if you're interested in that program, this is an online program you can join at any time. It's a 10-week program. We're now on week 6. I think we're on week 5 or week 6. And it's the Ideal Client Attraction Blueprint. It will show you how, it will help you know how to identify and articulate who is your ideal client. It will give you a step-by-step process to create irresistible products that will compel ideal clients. And then how to create converting headlines. We've covered that one. The 8 best practices to guarantee to consistently attract your ideal clients. And then how to segment your products. So in this program, we talk more about how to, that information part that I'm talking to you about, how to handle that part. And it's a process, and it's a step-by-step process that we guide you through in this program. Then at the end of the 10 lessons, you have a complete blueprint on how to do this if you if you follow the steps. And if you have there's a client who is in this program, I was helping her, she's an event planner. I was helping her with her program because she's doing the task. So she does her task, then she emails me. So the advantage of this program is that you can do it at your own pace. And in your own place, all you need is internet and a computer or your phone, whatever you use. And as you work on it, if you have questions, you can email me and I'll respond. So it is how I can call it blended. So it is online, but you have access to a business mentoring coach to help you. So remember, business takes work. Marketing is important. If you're not marketing, you're like that person that is winking in the dark to a girl. So stop winking in the dark and get started. If you need help with generating leads, that is something we can definitely help you do. If you're a speaker, a consultant, a lawyer, and you want to activate your visibility, We can help you generate leads, because those people often say they only get referrals, but there's more than you can do. You can do more than just get referrals. You can generate leads, and we can help you. This has been Frida Owinga with Founders Conversation. We have today was our last session for Marketing Fundamentals. Next month, I'll be here with Glasshouse PR. It will be all about PR in the month of April. I hope March has been marvelous for you. I look forward to seeing you around. Thank you so much for joining in. God bless.